Yo, 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 what is good, my quick crypto family and my coin factory family? Back once more with another daily live stream, day 83 in a row, I believe now. And boy, oh boy, do we have some major bullish news for Casper. I can see Casper Frog already put it in the chat right now. I've seen it. Definitely show me more though, because I would love to see it in my Discord server. It's huge news for KRC-20, for Casper, and potentially the main catalyst, the main reason why Casper is now up 5.66% on the daily time frame, now valued at 13.7 cents. And the best part is we are still early, still 60% undervalued. People are still going to say, oh, this is nothing, right? This is huge news, and a sign of a potential run up for Casper very soon. The developments do not stop. They don't stop for anything. And we're in a very strong position right now to be in Casper, in my personal opinion. We've got a lot of big news, from major KRC-20 news to other real-world developments of crypto, another major milestone. All of this stuff is very bullish for Casper, and once again reignites my belief and faith, as it does every day, that Casper is not dead. It may be down in price action, but it's not dead. It's just biding its time. We have shaken the people with lack of conviction, we've shaken them out, and now the real holders are here and ready for a massive Casper run up. So get ready, because this is a very big news in my opinion. Good afternoon, Jay Honeyman. Welcome back to the stream. Casper Frog, good evening, Jay. Hope you are well and in good spirits. I'm fantastic, my man. Threw some money into a new ORC project last night, KDAO, and it's 5x today. Look into it, some heavy crypto space folks in it. I'll share it. Yeah, please share on Discord, my man. I do have the post right here, which I'll be looking into as well, but I want to see more about it definitely. So yes, definitely let me know, because it's definitely doing some serious, I think it's the main reason for Casper's pump right now, as well as some other potential catalysts as well. Good morning, Toggle Delay, my man. Welcome back to the stream. And Bingo Bango, good morning to you too. And everyone else who's joining the stream right now, good morning and welcome. If you enjoy the streams, leave a like, share with your friends, subscribe for more. If you want to know about crypto, Casper and market, check out my free Discord server. It's on my homepage, on my YouTube page, in the description, and also in the chat right now. So first things first, the power law, kind of a thing I think is worth looking into right now. Casper, for the most part, is still in the undervalued region, as we can see here. Just touching on the bottom band right here, still in a sense between the buy region and the dead region. And I do believe that Casper is due for a reversal very soon. Very soon. Casper is still undervalued by 60%, and I think the time is coming very shortly for Casper to have a serious run up. We had this yesterday that I mentioned in my stream yesterday. This is following the England versus Liverpool game that happened on the weekend. Two of the biggest clubs in England, in the United Kingdom, two of the biggest clubs in the world who played their Premier League match. In the ads time break, in the half time break ads, we saw this crypto ad, which had the likes of Bitcoin and Tether and also Casper displayed, which is very bullish. It's getting the adoption just growing more and more for Casper. And that is potentially the main cause and catalyst for, where's the milestone image that I had? I must have removed it. That's a mistake on my behalf. Point being though, I can show you these are the amount of holders. This earlier today, it's come down now, but earlier today this was at 500,000. That was at 500,000. I have the screenshot here put in for my community member. Shout out to you, Cody. Right here. Earlier today, Casper's holders were at 500,000. It's come down now a little bit, which is to be expected, but either way, Casper reached a major milestone of 500,000 holders. That has jumped about 45,000, because it was at, yesterday, those who tuned to my stream yesterday, you would have seen it was at 455,000. So it jumped about 40k holders in the span of a day or two. Do you know how insane that is? And people still think this project is dead. To me, that blows my mind. It makes me laugh. People think the project is dead. There's no way it can be. The amount of adoption from this project is insane. The hash rate equally is still staying very strong. It's rising, and I think it's going to rise higher and higher very soon due to more announcements in the stream. For example, Casper's mining is back to being the most profitable, even with the fast emissions. The current block reward is at 82, and this is thanks to the activity on chain, usage transaction of Kas coins and KR-20 tokens. We can see here the ASIC miner value. Right now, seemingly it is actually profitable to make money through mining. I guess it's not completely profitable. I guess there is some give or take between it, but right now, Casper mining is doing okay. It's doing okay. And we now got a new batch of Casper miners incoming from Ice River. This sort of stuff, chipping deployment will happen in mid-November. So come mid-November, so a month from now, or just under a month from now, we should be seeing a massive increase in hash rate once again with more miners getting involved. Again, very, very bullish news. Very bullish news all around. And that does not even begin to cover this massive announcement that Kaspa put in about this KDAO. So right now we can see, if we had this massive thing happen yesterday, I think this was one of the key catalysts. I think the big key catalyst was the KDAO, but one of the key catalysts was this ad here to raise interest of Kaspa in the United Kingdom at least. Kaspa's global trading volume with KRC-20 right now is soaring. $4.82 million in the last 24 hours is nuts. Look here at the tokens. Kaspa Ghost is going parabolic. 2.2 million 24-hour trading volume dollars. That is insane. Currently now $40 million market cap. 2 or 3 days ago that was at 17. I definitely missed out because I want some of this and I still will get some of this. But I hadn't given myself the chance to do so yet, and that is my fault. That's my mistake as an investor. I'm going to be giving up some Kaspa Ghost definitely now because this is very, very bullish. Kaspa Ghost its volume's going crazy. Conan, that's going crazy as well, just short of 2 million as well. Now at 14.3 million market cap. Nacho's fallen off a little bit in regards to volume, but still 70 million market cap, still very, very high. That and here's KDAO. Launched very recently, that is doing insane news, and many more tokens right now that's doing very well. Caspi, still high up there. Scooby just seemingly launched recently as well, whatever that is. Dog K, you see the adoption for KRC-20 is going parabolic again, playing into the massive amount of trading volume happening with these tokens right now. KRC-20 came out, I think, just over a month ago now. I know. It came out on the 15th of September. So it's been a little over a month now, almost 2 months, almost a month, well, almost 5 weeks. And yeah, it's very, very early, very, very early, and we're seeing this sort of volume happening already, and the listings are still just coming in. We have this from Casper Enthusiast here, and again, this is what Kaspa Fogg mentioned here. KDAO. KDAO now has completed minted. This means that the mempool of Kaspa should be free again for a few minutes. Kaspa has once again managed to process a very high number of transactions bit by bit. Very, very big news. Very big news. Very great news. We can see here, the Kaspa network is running at full capacity. The mining of KDAO has led to an explosion of transactions at an incredible 1,178 transactions per second per block. Do you know how nuts that is? And we still haven't got 10 BPS yet. We still have not got that yet. This is just with KDAO and with 1 BPS. We saw 1,178 transactions per block at its peak. When 10 BPS comes, we're going to see it break even more. It's going to melt every project in this space. Insanely bullish. So here we have from Chris Hutchinson here. I'm sure Kaspa Fogg put more on my Discord server, so I'll look through that as well as we are speaking. If not, then I'll definitely be showcasing it in my next stream. But either way, here from Chris Hutchinson, I honestly can't believe these numbers. KDAO is the first DAO. For those who don't know, DAO means Decentralized Autonomous Organization, right? It's built on the Kaspa blockchain. So it's the first DAO on Kaspa, and it was launched by our blockchain banter space last night. It has 15 million mints, and I was expecting weeks, if not months, for it to be minted, not days. It took days. KDAO will be a force of good for the ecosystem, especially in helping community members come together and give them a voice to vote for small startups they want to see built on the ecosystem. This is huge news. Looks like Kaspa Fogg got involved as well, and shout out to anyone else that got involved as well. This is very, very bullish and most likely the main catalyst to causing Kaspa's price action right now. It's giving more power to the community, which is what you want from a fair launch proof of work. You want the community's voices to be heard. Not like these VC big companies right now that are just doing what they want to do. This is why Casper is deemed as, this future money. Being fair launch proof of work, no pre-allocation to developers, no ICOs, no pre-mining, and it's purely community driven right now and technology driven. It is a very, very healthy project. Its chart is the best chart in this space without question. It might be down right now. In the past, 2-3 months, down what, probably 40, maybe 35% right now if I check this out. Yeah, 35% from its all-time high. We've seen heavier corrections from Casper in the past, as much as 70% in the past. Even in a massive bullish run-up in the bear cycle, we've seen 40-50% corrections. This is only maxed out at 40% correction. And people were funding the project. To me, I think you're going to miss out. I'm not a financial advisor, do your own research, but if you did your own research, you know what's coming for Casper. And this KDAO is just one of many major bullish things coming for Casper. The adoption's still early. You're getting the ads showcasing Casper right now. And the KRC-20 tokens, I mentioned in my previous streams, KRC-20 is going to fast track Casper to getting the adoption it needs. They're going to help each other out. The more Casper gets adopted and listings, that will help in the KRC-20 tokens getting their adoption and listings as well. Right now though, we are in meme season, where the meme tokens are where all the money is being made. That's why KRC-20 is doing exceptionally well. All of them being launched for about a month. And we are seeing this sort of volume, this sort of money flowing in just one day already is nuts. Absolutely insane. And more's incoming. Change Finance here. They just added a new batch of KRC-20 tokens to the waiting list on KRC-20.change.finance. Projects and users can now add liquidity to bring these tokens closer to being tradable on the app. So we can see more of these tokens being listed very, very soon. Nacho, new major milestone. Nacho is now live on CoinGecko. Hopefully soon be CoinMarketCap as well. So again, very, very big news. So they leveled up big time from dream to reality. And again, it's still right now the biggest, the most bullish project on KRC-20. Although saying that, Casper is making a big name for itself right now, having a significant run up. I still think Natural's going to be the strongest one, but it's doing exceptionally well right now. Exceptionally well. Casper and Conan for that matter as well. But we're seeing some serious momentum with these projects. Casper is what we see, and that is proven here. The dominance of Casper right now on crypto bubbles. Look at that. Insane. And that's also what I believe. Again, if you look at the holders, we saw in the last 24 hours, in the last 7 days, even like look at the number of addresses that from the crowd side of things. This to me is a sign that people who have never heard of Casper or are not in Casper right now, they would have seen this sort of bubble with Casper Ghost, seen this sort of volume of Casper Ghost, see what it's doing, and we looked into getting involved with memes because it's meme season right now. We looked into it, find more about what the memes behind it, the narrative behind it, then they learn a bit about Casper enough to be like, you know what, I'll put a little bit in. Just 500, less than 1k worth of Casper in. But we saw a massive increase in holders. This is very, very, very bullish. Of course, it's come down now, but it did peak at 500,000. The screenshot's there. If you don't believe me, check out my free Discord server. It's in there. Cody put it in there. Shout out to you, my man. This is insanely bullish, and I think again, this is what I believe. The KRC-20 tokens, with it being meme season right now, the more these meme tokens, these KRC-20 meme tokens do really, really well, that's going to help in the inherent price action of Casper, because people will most likely cycle their profit out of the memes into projects they believe in. They end up learning about Casper. Those who learned and we did enough research, hopefully we're in the stream as well, they'll learn enough about Casper to know that it's a project that's worth getting into, to know that the power laws is really undervalued and it's going to go up in price. It should go up in price. It's at 13.58 cents. It's insanely undervalued, and I do believe, there's still a potential for that Casper could make a very quick rise to have an October by the end of, in the next, week or so. We've seen in the past how quickly things can change. Seeing 20% gains, 30% gains even, in a span of 3 days. Casper could do the very, very, very same thing again. With Bitcoin right now still, consolidating right now. It's staying between this region. Again, these two zones are drew out. Bitcoin it had a pump, retesting 69k for 4 days back to back. Then it had a correction, come back down, and now it's sitting at this next level of support at 67k. I would be surprised to see Bitcoin lose that. I'm not saying it can't happen. It might happen, but if it doesn't happen, Bitcoin will once again try to retest this level, and I think that'll be the breakout we need to then push towards 70k. I think we see 70k potentially by the end of this week. If not, pre-election, I'm very confident we'll see 70k because there's a lot of FOMO behind that. As Forbes mentioned as I've showcased in my stream yesterday from Forbes is saying that right now crypto is pumping due to the expectation that Donald Trump will win the election. And actually, in that regard, seemingly, again, this is due to poly market, not the be-all and end-all indicators. You've got the likes of New York Times who are still saying Kamala Harris is winning, but poly market is saying that Donald Trump is absolutely obliterating Kamala Harris right now in the polls. That is, again, a bullish indicator. Right now, there's seemingly, again, where you get your information from in the election side of things, take with a grain of salt. But the poly market, which is what the crypto Twitter always talks about, and even Elon Musk here now, there's a massive sentiment behind that Trump is the candidate of choice. Very confidently. Now, who will win, we'll have to wait and see. Again, my political views is not pro-Trump or pro-Kamala Harris. It's pro-crypto. And Trump, for me, is a more pro-crypto candidate. So therefore, I lean more towards Trump. Again, I'm not American, so I can't vote. But that is where my current views lie. And this, again, is why we're seeing Bitcoin in such a massive point. Right now, in the last cycle, Bitcoin peaked at 69k. 69k is one of the hardest levels of resistance for Bitcoin right now. And we are now sitting at 67. Nearing all-time high of last cycle. Nearing all-time highs of its current cycle. You know, right now it is what, 8%? 10% below its all-time high. That is nothing. Nothing compared to what could happen very, very quickly with, you know, the election, regulatory clarity, and everything else coming to crypto, and how quickly that could fast-track Casper to see some significant growth in a very short time period. Again, we go back to the KRC-20 tokens. Casper goes once more, the grind never stops. They have a new website, you know, a new website of Casper, which is very, very cool. The sort of stuff you want to see, the sort of adoptions, these are small things in some aspect, but they're actually very important, especially for the meme side of things, because it gives more confidence behind the foundation of the project, gives more trust to the community. You see the sort of stuff. And I mentioned Casper Mining right now seemingly doing very, very well. And I want to talk about this as well from Shy. People have their opinions on Shy right now due to political views. I choose to, not get involved with it in the sense of that it's his channel. He can say what he wants. You have Who's Sat Network here, who I've not been paying attention to it too closely, but seemingly he's been targeting and throwing shade at Shy and Casper for quite some time, trying to attack the Casper network. So Shy's put it down here, and this to me is a testament to what Casper is and why it's going to do so well because of the team behind it. This has gone from irritating to hilarious, as Who's Sat HTN Clown, who keeps coming up with attacks on Casper that makes no sense and do not work, or do not understand the fundamentals of a proof of work. This generational genius who revolutionized hash functions does not understand how nonces are used in mining. His decision to not engage further is the only smart thing I've ever heard him say. If he had made the similar decision before posting his attack on K-Heavy Hash, maybe he would have remained anomalous instead of cementing his position as a block dag industry village idiot. This is a lesson at face value. The leaders of an industry, any industry for that matter, not just Casper, who have earned their place through years on decades of hard work, which we've seen. Jonathan Belinsky is being quoted as an expert on Bitcoin security from the creator of smart contracts. The fact that Vitalik Buterin, Charles Hockerson, many institutional industry crypto leaders have quoted the white paper of Sompolinsky and GhostDAG. Most of the protocols in the crypto space are adaptations of the GhostDAG protocol. Sound and careful innovation, diligent study and research, and uncompromising passion to stand up for their work. If you come at them, especially publicly, you better know what you're talking about. This is why I reiterate time and time again to do your own research. If you're going to come at someone, or even not, but if you're going to get into any form of space and you want to try and you need conviction. I do believe, again, why I made my free Discord server, that knowledge is power. It pays to be knowledgeable. If you have the knowledge and the backing, you can win any fight. Some people will be delusional, let them be delusional, that's fine. But Shy has proven against constant haters and fudsters. Da Vinci Jeremy, for example, who was fudding Casper for having hard forks. Shy rebutted to it, rebuted it, and even said, I'll do a podcast with you, I have a debate with you online. And Da Vinci Jeremy was like, yeah, if you give me 5k. And when Shy was trying to, and then same thing with Fred Krueger. Shy was also combating against Fred Krueger. Fred Krueger just blocked him, to my knowledge, because he couldn't deal with it. it's really, really hard to argue with people who are smart because they know what they're talking about. And the people, the developers of Casper, Sompolinsky, Sutton, Shai, these three in particular, and of course there are many more that I don't know the name of, but those are three standout people. They have been doing, Casper is 11 years worth of research. Over that even. Casper is truly revolutionary, the trilemma solving, block DAG. That's really, really early, and it's really, really hard to argue with these people because they know what they're talking about. And the community behind it is very, very strong. Again, KDAO is a testament to that. It's going to help community members come together and give them a voice to vote for small startups, to get KRC-20 to expand more and more, to see this sort of volume we saw is the beginning of what we can see for KRC-20 because of what Casper's building. Because we haven't seen KRI get properly involved, you haven't seen 10bps get involved, you haven't seen smart contracts, you haven't seen tier ones. There's still a lack of adoption. We're seeing the adoption coming more and more of this sort of development, this news here. But we haven't seen it yet, not to a full extent. That's why Casper's price is down right now, from where it's all-time high. Now, will Casper now make a massive run-up? I'm not saying that. I'm saying that Casper is really, really early, and despite all the FUD surrounding the project, block out the FUD, do your research, come join my free Discord server, and you'll see ample sources of information there from Casper to crypto news to other crypto projects to real-world developments, and an explanation for the most part of what this means for us right now. And it's not just me, people on my server as well. Shout out to my mods, Leroy, Cody, Mr. Miles, and Casper God, and a shout out to some other key members, Muscle Mike, and everyone else in the server who's constantly just talking, spreading our information, spreading our love for Casper and for the crypto projects, for the crypto space too, because we all want to make money at the end of the day. That's what the space is about. And we understand that Casper right now is just extremely early. It's very early, its price is down, but it's not out. The hash rate is rising higher and higher. The addresses are skyrocketing right now. And KRC-20 is a driving factor of that. And the adoption for these projects are very early and going to grow much quicker with the listings incoming. Nacho, in 3 days' time, will be on PioNext US, not just PioNext Global. So that could see a massive surge of liquidity coming through, of volume coming through as well. We have the likes of Uphold, who have also, Nacho have also contacted to be listed on Uphold as well. We've got other exchanges right now. I'm pretty sure Casper is in the midst of trying to get listed on multiple exchanges. Right now it's on CoinXT. I'm pretty sure that MEXC is in the midst with the likes of Somps and I think Kaspa. I think Gates also potentially getting involved. I've seen stuff regarding Bitmart as well. I think Bitmart is with Conan. I'm not sure they've been updated on this just yet, but I know I've seen Bitmart with Conan, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's not showed up here, but I'm pretty sure Bitmart actually lists Conan right now. So we are seeing the exchanges now start to actively, push out Casper, and these tokens right now doing very, very well. Best part about it, XT, for example, Conan's on the innovation zone of XT. Innovation zone meaning it's being monitored to see if it's going to do well or not before they actually decide to just list it without any oversight. This is going to be very, very bullish for Conan, so they're going to probably move it from an innovation zone quite soon, I'd like to believe. Conan's doing very well. Again, this is a testament to that. The volume of Conan and how well it's doing. Even Casper as well. These are doing exceptionally well. Casper in itself is still doing very, very well. And that's going to help Casper. It's going to help Casper, but not to mention, of course, the continuous real-world developments happening in the space right now, which I'm going to talk about multiple. But this one first, of course, Avalanche AVAX releases Visa card for crypto payments. This is, again, a step in the right direction. We're going to see more and more of these massive announcements incoming for the crypto space and Casper Pay, maybe Casper at some point soon as well. I would not be surprised. AVAX has had a very, very good run recently with the fact that they launched a Web3 game called Off the Grid, a game that I spoke about in my previous streams that I'm very passionate about, not because of Off the Grid particularly, but because it's a massive, massive sign of where Web3 game is going to go, an industry that I have a lot of faith in, that I think is going to be a very, very big industry in the future. It will give value to NFTs as well. So this is very, very big, and Visa is the biggest payment company, business company in the world. alongside the likes of MasterCard as well. Like, it's huge. So this is, again, a step in the right direction that we need to see. And there are many, many more I'm going to show in this video as well that leads me to believe that we are still very early. We can't, after the elections, and it's only going to be so long to say that. I'm saying that right now, but it's only so long to say that because we are seeing a lot of incoming developments that, you know, leads that crypto is going to have a very serious pump quite soon. Cody showed this in my Discord server, again, shout out to Cody. The ETF inflows versus new supply issuance. And last week's ETFs, the inflows were a record of 9 times the new supply issuance. That is not sustainable. That is not sustainable at all. Point being, as Cody mentioned, and I completely agree with him, is that when the tip of the bull cycle happens, because we are seeing so much liquidity, so much capital flood into the Bitcoin ETF, so much money flood the Bitcoin ETF, so much volume, and there's not enough new Bitcoin coming out, that bear market that starts, it may not be the bear market of old, where we see Bitcoin go from 69k down to 15k. It may not be that same sort of cycle. It may not be this cycle here. That's the wrong one. This one here. It may not be. The next bull cycle may not be this. The next bull cycle may be something more so like this, because we are seeing so much liquidity pump into Bitcoin, so much money pumped into Bitcoin, and there's not a Bitcoin being mined. This is not sustainable at all. So the bear market, again, speculation, but its potential. This bear market may not be the same one as usual. And the same sort of thing is going to happen to Casper as well. It's another proof of work. It's almost similar to Bitcoin in that regard. When the adoption takes off, you're going to be wishing you bought more Caspers. My only thing I can think of. The only thing I can say is you're going to wish you bought more. Like, we're seeing the miners getting more and more. The hash rate, again, going higher and higher. So, you know, very, very early in my opinion. And the real developments are going to help that as well. Good morning, Johnny Taco Outdoors. Casper Well checking in. Good morning to you, Long Journey. Yeah, Outdoors Dolphin, big up to you, my man. What happened with Cas yesterday? Big minor rewards for some reason. Casper yesterday, I'm assuming Casper yesterday was been the KDAO thing. I mean, KDAO came out yesterday as well. As we can see, it came out 19 hours ago now. So I'm guessing that's what it was regarding KDAO. The big thing that I don't know what regarding to big minor rewards. If someone does know, let me know in the comments. What X can the KRC-20 memes can make if Casper goes to $2? Okay, good question, Shailesh. So $2 Casper would be in and around $50 billion market cap. In and around that. So the sentiment that I've heard regarding the meme token side of things is that the big meme tokens, at least the bigger ones, they should ascertain, they should get 5 to 10% of the total market cap, right? So, for example, Casper's biggest meme being Nacho. Nacho right now is at $17 million market cap, right? If Casper, the actual Casper, not Casper Ghost, the actual Casper, reaches a $50 billion market cap, so $2, $50 billion market cap, Nacho, by that regard, should reach a $2.5 to $5 billion market cap, that being 5 to 10%. It should be $2.5 to $5 billion market cap. I think other projects, the likes of Casper Ghost, Conan, Caspi, and some other ones that have seemingly got a lot of adoption around it right now. Bert's a growing name. Go's a growing name. People are still talking about Casjack as a potential. Dog K there as well. These are projects as well that I believe they aren't the bigger ones. They probably won't get 5 to 10%, but they'll probably get a still decent percentage. So many of these projects, I suspect, will reach a $1 billion market cap. Nacho definitely. I think Casper has the good potential to reach a $1 billion market cap. Conan potentially. We'll have to wait and see where the developments go for Conan. Caspi equally, I'm quite optimistic about. These 4 in particular ones that I think could reach a $1 billion market cap. Nacho for me is, again, not financial advice, but I think Nacho is almost guaranteed. These other 3 I think have a high chance of doing so. The other ones we'll have to wait and see. I think Bert should reach a $100 million market cap. So for Bert, that's basically a 20x from here, or just under 20x, maybe 15x from here. Caspi, therefore, if it reaches, let's just say 300 billion to be safe. Oh, 300 million. 300 million to be safe. Cool. Imagine 300 billion. Damn. 300 million to be safe. That would be what? Again, a 10x from here. I think Nacho should be a 1 billion, so that's about a 15x from here. Casper, I think, should be a 500 million. I'd like to be 500 million. Again, this is just numbers I'm throwing out there, but this is kind of like my rough idea of the memes. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, and my ideas of memes, but understanding of memes is much more limited than my other understanding of Casper as a project itself. So take it with a grain of salt. But I think Casper could reach a $500 million market cap. And in that case, this could be a 15x as well from here. Conan, again, I think most of these meme tokens have a 15x potential from here, if not higher. Because we are very, very early. This is sort of volume we are seeing now in the last day, and we are still early. And I am definitely getting clowned on my Discord server and regretting that I did not scoop up some of these. I did not take the effort to go on Casper or Change, or even go to the or even CoinX when they first listed the likes of Nacho or Casper. I didn't go on them straight away. I haven't got a reason for why I didn't. I regret it because it's doing very, very well, and I could have made significant gains from it already, as I'm sure other ones in the server have already, in this chat have already done. But I still think we're very, very early with them. So I'm, much as you know, it's upsetting. I missed a dip. I missed the bottom or a bottom. I still think there's higher highs incoming, so I'm not too worried about not getting in just yet. Like, I'm still going to make gains from it. I'm not maximizing it, but as an investor, I want to make sure that I make gains. So how much I can make more gains is all. As long as I make money, that's all I care about. You know, and I think all of these. You know, the top four that I mentioned, Casper, Nacho, Conan, Casper, they have 15x potential in them. I'd like to believe, even from this position right now, if not higher. Again, if Casper reaches the price of $4, so $100 billion market cap, it could go even higher from here. It really depends on what the developments come out for Casper, with the tier 1s incoming, 10 BPS, what we're seeing in the community right now with the likes of KDAO, which is huge, with smart contract potentially on the horizon. So much incoming for Casper. And of course, its utilization in the monetary system with the energy sector, the cross-border payment sector, the real estate sector, the commodity sector, with the KII, which I mentioned yesterday in my stream yesterday. The KII made an announcement that they are adding 5 more members to their advisory board. Where's the post? Where's the post? I think I might have. Oh, I must have made. I think I know what I did. I did a reply and I put it in here. Where's the post? Nope. I'll just go on the KRI page. I don't know why I'm taking the time to do that. Go on KRI. Was it not him? Oh, here it is, yeah. So after apologies for that. So after an amazing and busy last week, we're happy that we have 5 new members of our advisory board joining us to expand the expertise and experience of the KII. And also updating this website very, very soon as well. This is the current board members and advisory team. This is the current team of KII, already an exceptional team, and they're going to add 5 new people. And this is going to help in getting the experience to KII and therefore getting the adoption experience coming to Casper. How Casper is going to be utilized in this sector, basically. And you're right, Bass Class. We do need Kraken listing to really, really take off. We do. Kraken's already mentioned they have Casper on their roadmap. And Wolfie confirmed in a roundtable on an X space with Wolf Web 3 that they are talking to tier 1s. They're talking to listings, Kraken being one of them. And they don't want money to this Casper. What they want is just to understand the project more so. Which makes you think, how comes tier 1s are taking so much time, but, you know, the smaller exchanges, the likes of, you know, CoinX and Mexi, the ones that aren't as big, they can list Casper much quicker. And even then Marathon, who, you know, seemingly after 2 months of research into Casper, they started mining it in secret before announcing it like a year later. The tier 1s have a name, they have a reputation to uphold. So they want to make sure that anything they list is 100% good. I'm not saying the other exchanges don't, but their due diligence might be slightly lackluster in comparison because their name is not as big. I say Nexi, of course, big. Bybit, of course, big. I mean, Bybit is like number 3. So it's a big exchange, of course, but they're not technically classified as a tier 1, at least from what I understand from the community and the consensus behind the community. The likes of Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, OKX, the likes of Crypto.com, these are tier 1s. They are tier 1s. So with that, they require more due diligence, more research to understand the project. And Casper is new, innovative technology that has never been seen before ever in crypto, in the world for that matter. So it takes them a while to understand it. Marathon, They took 2 months because they are Bitcoin maxi miners. So they had to understand. They understand Bitcoin pretty much to a T. All we have to do is understand the differences Casper has in comparison to Bitcoin. Which, if they know a lot about Bitcoin already, to understand the difference between them and Casper, it's still a lot, but it's not as hard. These exchanges, they're just exchanges they want to make money. They don't have to understand the ins and outs of Bitcoin. They just understand, is the project going to make money for them? Yes. And make sure it's safe. And that's what Casper right now, I think they know Casper will make money for them. That's why they don't want money to list Casper at all. But they need to make sure it's safe. And I think it is. I mean, I very much believe it. That's why I want to be in Casper right now. I think Casper is very, very safe. It's decentralized like Bitcoin. They understand that part, but they need to understand the DAG protocol of it. And we know these exchanges want Casper. Crackers announced that. We know Binance as well. Futures, Casper Futures, they also have a zero fees mining pool. But more importantly, they had an AMA, what's the word I'm looking for? Interview, right, with Nicholas Sismel, who was the Binance US head of listing, and who now works for Casper, and Wolfie, who's the listing head as well for Casper. They had those two people on Binance talking about Casper, a stream that had over 70,000 views, more, 20k more than Binance's return to India stream, which is huge news. And then coincidentally, the day after the Casper and Binance AMA interview, Binance then released a blog with the 100% understanding to hash rate once you read it. You don't believe me? Again, this information is in my free Discord server. I'm going to type in Binance into my search engine on my Discord server, and I'm going to probably have to scroll down quite a bit to find it, but I will find it and show you the post where we saw so is it this one? It's this one, I think. Yes, here you go. It's in my Discord server. You can go check it out on my Discord server for free. Like, it's in there, and you can see here, Binance, after reading this blog, your understanding of hash rate will be at 100%. This was one day after they did their interview with Casper. Didn't do it with Bitcoin, did it with Casper. That to me is bullish. So I think Binance is going to this Casper as well. When, again, we don't know. We just don't know. But I think it's coming. Kraken definitely is coming to confirm that Binance has a lot of reasons to list Casper. All of them do. Wolfie's confirmed they've been in contact with a lot of the tier ones. He's only disclosed Kraken because Kraken disclosed Casper. You've got to keep in mind that Casper can't say, oh yeah, Binance is looking at us, because Binance had to announce that first. And Casper don't want to, cause FOMO to it. That's not their role. Once Binance announces we're looking at Casper, Wolfie will be all over that. And I will be all over that as well. Make no mistake, of course I will. We are very early with Casper. No tier ones, no smart contracts, no 10PS. These are not reasons to get into the project. They are reasons why the project will rise. The reason to get into the project is because of the KRI and what they're doing with Casper. The role in the monetary system, its energy sector, all this sort of stuff. That's why you should get into Casper, because of what it's going to be in the future. The fact that 13 cents is nothing for what could be a $1,000 project in the future. Where it will peak in the cycle, no one knows, because it's the first bull cycle. It's hard to say. But I think it will be a good run. And if it's not, I apologize. But at the same time, I don't care, because I'm holding Casper long term. I'm holding Casper 10, 20 years to where how much it makes me in this cycle doesn't bother me, because I'm going to be holding it to where it will make me stupid money from where it's at right now. I'll be taking profit, of course. I'm not an idiot. Everyone should take profit. But I will be, I will be holding it probably my whole life. Yeah, the mint of KDAO, that seemingly is the reason why Casper has such a, big announcement that's now caused a run-up today. For each tier 1 listing, it's automatically 15 cents. Bull run will be $1 per each, mark my words. I mean, potentially, if you want to say Bybit to tier 1, which technically speaking, in the community, we don't consider Bybit a tier 1. I don't know why, because Bybit is number 3, but apparently it's not a tier 1. But Bybit did cause, 5 to 15 cents. I think a tier 1 listing, like Kraken, would cause a significant run-up for Casper, definitely. How high? It's tough to say. It depends on when the announcement's announced and where the price of Casper is at the time. But we are seeing, again, the adoption for Casper is coming back. I'll refresh the page to see how much it's gone up or down from here. It was at 500k, came down to 490. And now it's come down even more now. It's come down to 484. So it's coming down a bit now. Which seemingly to people who are now taking profit from Casper. But again, it's a case of, we've seen this reach a milestone of 500k. It's come back down. But this to me is proof once more that the project isn't dead. the amount of a wallet address, this is grown by 80k. People who have said this Casper's dead, October's been a bad month. October has been a bad month for Casper, I agree. Casper is down, what, 12%? 15% from its start in October, about that. Yet we've seen about 80,000 new addresses this month. That's not a dead project. It's just not. It's a project that's not doing well price action wise, but it's not a dead project. If anything, it's growing more and more in adoption. And we're seeing the ones who hold more of the tokens, the bigger whales and the dolphins and the sharks, the bigger, Casper holders who can manipulate the price more, and even the exchanges. They're the ones that cause the price to fluctuate more so, but we're seeing an increase in the smaller wallet addresses who just want to hold some Casper. Whether it be to hedge their bets, whether because they believe in the project, they're holding Casper now. I can even show it once more to see. I mentioned this in my stream yesterday, Casper liquidity heat map. I mentioned it in my stream yesterday, the fact that we are seeing, repeatedly, we're seeing exchanges kind of just constantly long and short Casper. And and with one in particular being the likes of Kraken, it seems to always be all or nothing. Casper's right here. So on the 4 hour right now, we can see Kraken is kind of 50-50. Go to the 5 minute, completely short of Casper again. 15 minutes, still short on Casper. So yeah, once more, Kraken is going all or nothing constantly. I mean, right now, the sentiment right now, again, we're seeing CoinX doing, and this is probably following the KRC-20 tokens. People are making money from KRC-20 and then flipping that profit into Casper right now. So, yeah, right now we're definitely seeing a lot of the price manipulation or the change in price happening as a result of the exchange listings, I believe. And Kraken, again, is one that we're waiting for. That is, again, is always 100% off zero whenever I look at it in the more immediate time frame. Like in the last 5 minutes, we're seeing Bybit's quite split even, CoinX is quite high, BingX is quite high, Binance is quite even, but Kraken is just always all or nothing constantly, which I just think is quite convenient, if you will. And I think Kraken, Casper, I still think we've got a lot of time for it. The miners again seemingly are doing quite well. The hash rate is still going higher. We're going to see more miners coming in very soon, which is very, very bullish. I'm sure we'll hear Marathon once again, they're now going to increase the allocation of Casper again, which is very cool. And then we've got the real world developments as well. So you've got this here. You can't make this up from KBSE later. The total US debt has jumped by $473 billion over the last 3 weeks alone to a record of $35.8 trillion of US debt right now. That is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. In 2024, the US paid off a total of $1.1 trillion of interest on its debt, and its first year above the $1 trillion mark. But this is like, it's not sustainable at all. Not in the slightest. Shout out to my man Cody once again, who put this in my server. The US debt service. The net interest bill exceeded the Defense Department spending on military programs for the first time, according to data from the Treasury Department and the Office of Management and Budget. It's also amounted to about 80% of the federal revenues, almost double the ratio from 2 years ago. So what does this mean? Well, this is effectively a sign highlighting the concerns, the concern trend in the US economy right now, and it also raises the question about the sustainability of the current current monetary policies. Is it sustainable? Which seemingly right now is definitely not. We're seeing rising debt burden. We're seeing, interest payments. We're seeing a lack of belief in the dollar right now, and it's getting worse. It's increasing. What does this mean for crypto? It also means that investors may potentially be concerned about this sort of stuff, which I believe we are seeing that, and they may seek out alternative investments to hedge against this sort of inflationary behavior, this sort of this interest and the rising of debt burden, this sort of worsening economic behavior. So they're going to hedge their bets into crypto, like Bitcoin. It gives the potential for DeFi adoption as well, as a cheaper and more accessible financial service. We can see more regulations being rolled out for cryptos faster as well, because crypto is doing well, and we already see the regulators being forced out right now. And people want to get into crypto now because the dollar and the fiat currency is crashing. They want to now look into crypto as an alternative. They're going to have to push out regulations quicker, potentially, to stop that. Now, also going to be negatives behind it as well. Maybe that investors might become more risk averse. It might just be just throwing their money into high risk assets that are not going to do anything. You know, meme tokens are a good sign of that. Again, you can make a lot of money from memes, but it's a gamble, if you will. Meme tokens. Now, I hold memes. I make money from memes, and I have flipped some profit into Casper. But it's a gamble. You might see more risk-averse investors. You might see the market become more volatile as well. Ultimately, this is a sign right now that the debt is rising, the interest rates are just the economy is all over the place, and this could be a sign for crypto to come in, fill in, and take its place. Again, as Forbes mentioned, everyone seems to be rallying around Trump, and that's why crypto is doing so well. And it's also a sign of this. Also, this post here backs this US debt service post here. Gold is at a new all-time high. Stocks at a new all-time high. Those two in particular, people are losing faith in the dollar and fiat to now investing to hedge their bets as a safe haven against it. Gold in particular as a commodity is a very, very good idea. Stocks is seemingly rising as well. Bonds are collapsing to my knowledge, but crypto is also one that's rising as well. Trump is winning, apparently. Again, according to Polymarket, but again, this is, you have to take that with a grain of salt. China is printing more money and doing rate cuts, meaning more money, more liquidity in the market to then invest into crypto if they choose to, which I think they will. ETF inflows are back at Q1 24 levels, which that's when we saw Bitcoin do that insane run up in Q1. So Q1 is, this is from January here. Goes to March 31st is, March 30th, yeah, this is Q1 here. From 38k to 74k all-time high. That was what Q1 did. If not even a little bit earlier than that, because it actually started here. Well, yeah, that's the bottom of it at least. So we're seeing the levels come back to that again, ETF inflows. So that could potentially mean we're going to see another significant run-up for crypto very, very soon, following the elections. And there are still people who are worrying about dips. This is the same argument you can make for Casper. You're seeing all this stuff happening with crypto right now. Very, very bullish news. And then Casper has, for its project, the meme tokens coming through. The KDAO coming through. The 10 BPS incoming. The smart contracts on the horizon. The tier 1s that have been announced and soon to be coming as well. The KII. Grayscale. Wall Street getting involved. Marathon mining Casper and increasing that allocation time and time again. And you're worried about a 30% correction in the project? Get some conviction, my man. Remove your paper hands, do your research. If you don't believe in Casper, that's fine. I'm not telling you to believe in Casper. I'm telling you to do your research. And after your research, you believe in Casper, that's fine. But I personally believe that Casper is a very, very good product that has a good potential. And as Bufflink says, yes, if you haven't liked the video or the stream, then make sure to leave a like. Helps out more than you know. Subscribe for more. And also just share with your friends and family to get them more involved about the channel, but also to get them to understand more about the space. But this is one of the last times I'm going to be able to say you're early. After the election, I may not be able to say you're early anymore. Once Bitcoin reaches a new all-time high level again, I probably won't be able to say you're early anymore. I might say it by accident, but even now I can't really say you're early. I'm saying it because we haven't reached all-time high levels again, but for Casper I can say we're early. I can definitely say that for Casper, but for crypto, we're running out of time. Again, why I'm on a free Discord server, which is on my homepage, on my YouTube page, in the description, also in the chat right now. I'm in a Discord server because I think that we all want to make money at the end of the day, and I think there's a good opportunity to do that with other projects. Not just Casper. Memes are a great way people make money right now, especially KRC-20 memes. They're doing incredible. People are making money through other projects as well. From the AI sector, they're also doing very, very well. AI sector, like Tau and Desync, the ones that I'm looking to hold in the next week or two, once I get my money in. There's a lot incoming. You've got also gaming something I'm very, very bullish on. You've got people like this, Vanek, institutions, massive people who have a lot of capital behind them. They predict Bitcoin could reach a $350,000 market cap, or $350,000 in price. Right now it's at 67k. So reaching half of gold's total market cap. And he thinks Bitcoin could reach to 2.9 million by 2050. Now, he may just be trying to pump the bags. I'm not saying because he's a big dog, believe him. But one sentiment to believe in crypto is you want to follow the money. The money's telling you this sort of stuff. Chances are it will at least rise. If they wanted to reach that sort of level, it will rise. So it's worth researching more into it. And this is a very, very bullish prediction. We've seen prediction all over the place. Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple CEO, still believe we could see a $5 trillion crypto market cap by the end of this year. That's quite a ways to go in the span of, 2 months? But again, we have seen how quickly this space can change. Bitcoin jumping from 50k to 62k in the span of 3 days. In the span of 2 months. As we saw earlier in the Q1 of this year, in the span of 2 months. Jumping from, 38k to 74k in 2 months. That's how quickly things can change. So potentially we could see the same sort of adoption, especially if regulations are enforced. What Brad Garlinghouse said was based on regulatory clarity, which right now is still lacking. We could see that happen very quickly, again, if potentially Donald Trump gets elected and Gary gets removed almost immediately. If you get regulations, we'll see the likes of Wells Fargo, the likes of Santander, the likes of Wall Street, all big banks, all major corporations start to invest in crypto. That's what they're waiting for. I'll remind you again, Charles Schwab, the 9 point. Let me find the post I was talking about. Charles Schwab, the $9.57 trillion asset manager. They showed a survey that showed almost half of its respondents plan to invest in Bitcoin and crypto ETFs. That's just one example of many that I could give to you to showcase how early we are with crypto right now. Once we get to the elections and once we get regulatory clarity, your time might be up. I mean, there'll be more cycles to come, of course. But this is going to be, in my opinion, the biggest one. This is what if you do your research, you will see time and time again, this sort of stuff again that I've put in my Discord server, of the constant message, the constant keywords that are used in institutional papers is the great wealth transfer. The likes of the WEF, the likes of, institutional research papers that are meant for, institutions. I was talking about this great wealth transfer, effectively talking about the collapse of the banking industry, of traditional banking, and the rise of blockchain will cause the great wealth transfer. Mainly is also for us as well. That's not really meant to be targeted at us, but it is, because we are retail. When the internet first came out, institutions were all over that before we were. They got in early, of course, because they knew. They did not believe in crypto, whilst we here, someone's getting into crypto the first time now, someone's getting in the last cycle, someone even longer than that. We knew about crypto before they did, or believed in it before they did, and now they're starting to look into it. This is the great wealth transfer for us. These projects right now, they are in a position where a lot of them are near all-time highs. Solana is doing incredible right now. Solana is doing insane right now. $170 market cap, I think, is actually touching all-time high levels. Yeah, it has made new all-time highs in market cap in the last, couple of months. Solana's doing exceptionally well, and we are not even in the bull cycle yet. Not the full bull cycle. So there's a much higher potential run-up for Solana, for example. Again, Bitcoin has been doing all-time high already as well. There are many projects that have a lot of potential in the cycle. Casper's one of them, I believe, but there are many to make. That's why, again, you've got to do your research and look at other projects. There's so much money to be made in this cycle. What will be a potential massive wealth transfer for those who, do their due diligence, do their research, and get into the right projects. Casper, for me, is my great wealth transfer. Maybe not for the cycle, but for the cycles to come, definitely. My great wealth transfer is with Casper. That's my conviction hold. And I have people who, everyone that I spoke to about Casper, friends in real life and even people online, I spoke about Casper, explained just the very snippets of it. And they're like, okay, I want to know more. And I show them some stuff. The stuff I show you pretty much every single day. And I show them more in-depth stuff, the stuff that you can see from their research and what they've done. And they don't understand it. But they understand enough to know that it's going to be very, very big. And they want to do more research into it anyways. That is the conviction. That's what my role is. That's what I want to do. I want to give you conviction to look into it more. And then make your decision if you want to invest into it or not. Casper, 13.51 cents. 4.2% daily time frame up. Very early. What's up, Leo man? Welcome back to the stream. Only good for tokens, but not Casper itself. Don't know what you mean. If you're saying Casper is doing very, very well, I agree. And that money will cycle into Casper. Howdy, Stephen King. Get long, get paid. I mean, yeah, if you want to leverage Casper, go for it. I think long Casper right now may not be a bad idea, because I do believe right now this could be a bomb for Casper. Me personally, though, I don't leverage Casper. I purely just spot trade. That's it. About a few mil KDAO, have you looked it out? I have not, but I mean, I literally just heard about it now. I was doing my research. And again, Casper Frog mentioned it as well, which I'm hopefully going to see him put some information in the Discord server later today, which, you know, shout out to you, my man. He's been a very devoted member of this live stream, and he's joined my server recently and brought the vibes immediately. So shout out to you, my man. Yeah, KDAO is one that, again, KDAO seemingly done a lot of good things for Casper right now, causing this price pump, from what I understand. Yeah, today is the day of KDAO, damn straight, it is. KDAO has done incredible. Look at that, without 10 BPS. Are you dumb? That's crazy. It's reversing very nicely. Yeah, I mean, I think it's mainly based on the KDAO announcement again, so we might just see, you know, pumping today, and I might see tomorrow come back down again. There's a possibility of that. I'm not saying it won't happen. But, again, this is the sort of information that sort of news you want to see to help to understand that Casper is going to have some very, very good, you know, potential price action coming very, very soon. So what the hell? Apologies for that, but yeah, I think we've got a lot of big stuff on Casper very, very soon. We might see Casper come down tomorrow, potential, following the KDAO announcement. KDAO might be a good catalyst for Casper, but I think long-term side of things are going to do very, very well. I do see higher highs for Casper in the future. You know, this year, end of this year, I'm still holding strong my prediction. We see 35 cents. If we don't get Kraken, maybe not. If we get Kraken, I think we see that very comfortably. But again, it depends on certain aspects, like the regulatory clarity as well. We'll have to really wait and see. But I think this space can really flip the switch, flip on its head very, very quickly. Yeah, I apologize for the crypto. I try to keep it down a little bit, but right? Unfortunately, crypto is a political thing. Politics and crypto now actually go hand in hand. I don't want to talk about it, I'll be honest, I don't. But it's informative for people to know what the politics mean for crypto and where it's going to go from here. So I have to talk about it a little bit. But I don't want to get into it too much. I can't put more into Discord right now, not at home. Okay, that's all good, my man. That's all good. I mean, again, thank you once more. You're a legend. And if you could put into it later, it'd be massive. And I thank you very much for that. Whenever you're able to, though. Again, but this is the sort of stuff, again, this is why I love the community that I have. Because when I don't know stuff, people like Kaspa Frog, people like Cody, other people in my community can also inform me and everyone else in the server about what's going on, giving us the research, the resources to do our own research and learn ourselves. That's the community about. It's just about trying to find a place where we can all learn. You haven't even got to interact if you don't want to. I'd love if you do, ask questions and stuff, but just learn. It's always about just learning. There are multiple servers in there, from, you know, a general chat which mainly just Casper, meme tokens, DeFi, AI, you know, KRC-20 projects as well. DeFi, like the gaming as well. We're trying to build up the project a bit more. There should be hopefully a transformation going through very, very soon. But yeah, a lot coming. And Casper is doing very, very well. That's also, you know what, Hewitt, you're completely right. I mentioned this, I think in a post. I made it or a reply post or something about it. But someone mentioned in my stream yesterday, and I completely agree. Casper's run-up may be a result because we are now just over a week away from Halloween. It's a ghost. It's literally Casper Ghost. This might be the reason why Casper's doing such a good run-up. And if there are more listens coming through as well, that could do very, very well. That's why I think Casper's doing, you know, 2.2 million. I think that's equal to like Natural's all-time high in volume. That's ridiculous. And I think Halloween's going to probably cause a more severe run-up. When the going gets tough, the tough gets going, damn straight. I swear, like, who even says that? I recognise that saying. But I mean, yeah, damn straight, 100%. Keep up the good work, love your streams. I've seen every one of them. Well, thank you very much for the support, Casting. You are, again, I appreciate you so heavily for that. Everyone in this stream, again, you make me want to do this sort of stuff. And those sort of words do resonate with me. Thank you very much. And if you enjoy the streams, as always, leave a like, share your friends, go for more. Casper sisters, we're healing. Yeah, hopefully. Again, we could see a correction. It's not a definite sign of Casper reversal. There's a potential. This was a good announcement for KDAO, and we see it come back down again. I would not be surprised to see Casper continue consolidating in this region for the foreseeable, week or so. But I think we could see things change very, very quickly. If Bitcoin, breaks 70k, you might start seeing a rally. We are seeing news suggesting that, Casper, got some big things coming for it. And the sentiment behind Casper is still very much there. Trump. Look at that. Whether it become a house of Trump, long term doesn't matter, because crypto's going to do very, very well. So will Casper. I want to meet the 5 new Casper KRI members. So do I. I'm waiting eagerly. If you look to the post again, the comment here was like, legendary, are they on the website? and it's like, they're getting a big makeover very, very soon, including all the projects and updates, etc. So we'll see a makeover on this. I'm going to be, watching KRI like a hawk right now to see when that update's going to come through, and I'll put it in my Discord server when I do. But I want to see who the members are, because I want to, stalk them a little bit, find out what they're about. Base, QQ, you know it. Is QQ just your name, or was that like 'cause you're a gamer? Because QQ to me, but you're a first-person shooter gamer, QQ is like how you switch to primary and secondary quickly. Or like if you're like an AWP player, that CS tone, a sniper player. Might just be your name, but yeah, QQ, watch out, it's very based. You have the spirit of a true American, Jay. Thank you, I guess. I mean, sure. I try. I think all my audience are Americans. Maybe I've just adopted that American spirit. Bring out the Eagles and that. America. Pepe on KRC-20 announced their listing. Oh, you know what? I did see that. I'm not sure where I saw it though. Maybe I was scrolling through my feed and I just missed it. Or maybe someone put it in my server as well. I think it was my server. Check KRC-20 projects, was it in there? Maybe I missed it. I don't know. But I did see somewhere that Pepe are meant to be having a stream of some sort, and they're going to be announcing a couple of listings very, very soon. So again, that's good. Pepe right now is not, the talk of the town with the meme tokens right now. It's down here, 3.6 minimum market cap, 21. If you look at Pepe right now, look at this. Its adoption right now is limited. It's those two. When it gets some centralized exchange listings, this could very well be another project that starts doing these sort of numbers. There's still a center behind Pepe as well. There's a free download of 4 off the grid. Yes, it's on Epic Games. You can get off the grid on Epic Games if you wanted to. Mining rewards skyrocketed due to KDAO had 50 million mints, biggest so far after Nachos for 10 million mints. Hence the rewards. Well, there you go. Thank you very much. I mean, yeah, that's also huge news. Again, that's why you saw the mining, skyrocketing. That's why you saw, this sort of stuff. KDAO did a massive thing for it. Again, this probably also why the hash rate had a massive jump here as well. Potentially, again, it's a decent chance, if I'm honest, that we see Casper come back down tomorrow, stay in this region. So I guess the time's not until we break above here. I'm not going to be like, oh, Casper's back. Casper reversal on the title is a question mark. Like, is it a reversal? Who knows? Maybe. I'd love to talk about it, but until we break 16 cents, I'm going to be like, yeah, this is great for Casper. Of course, KDAO being great, proof of work and that, but a bit early yet. Still early. It's funny you're always scrolling to find your own post. Yeah, I know, because I always, as you can tell, I always preload the post that I'm going to talk about on my stream, and then once I'm talking to all of you, we talk about something and I go on a bit of a tangent, and I'm like, what? I need to find what I'm talking about, but I don't want to just. I'm not sure I could just do this right now. I have the screen up of Casper on the trading view and just talk to you guys. That's boring. I'm sure you guys love hearing my voice. I've got a very beautiful voice, I've been told, but it's boring. I want to also showcase to you as an educator the information I have. Not just trust me, bro, because trust me, bros, it's so hard to believe them. So I try to put my money where my mouth is and actually show you sources so you know what I'm saying. So when I'm saying, oh yeah, KRI said this, you find me scrolling for 8, like, oh, where is it? I'm like, oh, let me just, I could just do that. I should preload them, but the streams go every direction when I'm doing them, so it's hard to do so. But yeah, I guess the nature of a content creator. I will input his private key on the fake Telegram bot, and it drained all of his Conan and Burt tokens. The Conan team, along with one exchanges, are able to freeze 4.7 billion Conan that was just deposited. Is that so? Damn. I mean, my condolences go out to the whale that put his private key into a fake Telegram bot. That's why you've got to be careful in this space. Do your research, because that's disastrous to say the least. But the fact that, the Conan team, along with one exchange, able to freeze that, that I mean, is I guess it's quite good, able to, stop that going any further. But yeah, you got to do your research. You got to be very, very careful. Jay Honey with the theory time. Let's hear it. I believe that the tier 1 liftings may come after the outcome of the US election, as there might be better clarity on the direction of the SEC after that point. That is a very sound and, in my opinion, very logical theory. I agree with you. I do. Depending on who wins again. I think, but again, regardless of who wins, we have seen confirmation from both political candidates that they don't want Gary Gensler anymore. Donald Trump very much like, yeah, get him out. Kamala Harris like, not really sure I want him anymore. So, in that regards then, I think, yeah, after the elections, we'll see some more clarity in where the regulatory clarity of the US should be going, and therefore crypto will pump, and therefore listings might come through as well. Again, Wolfie announced in the roundtable that I showcased people in the last week, and also showcased in my last video that I made last week, this one here, that right now exchanges, a lot of exchanges know of Casper. Wolfie spoke to them about it, but they're not listing any projects because of lack of regulatory clarity. They don't want to get sued by the SEC. So that's a very sound theory. But that's why Bert is down after Scammer was selling under the floor price with their massive sell ball. Okay, well, thank you very much for the information. Again, this is the sort of stuff that I love hearing. It's not good news, but it's, again, knowledge is power. I believe that wholeheartedly, and this sort of information is very, very good to know and get you a better understanding of what's happening in this space. So that's why right now Bert has had a correction, but Conan is seemingly not done as badly because, Conan was able to freeze that. So it's unfortunate. Again, do your own research. It doesn't matter. It happens to anyone. If you're a whale, be careful what you're putting your money into, where you're putting your private keys into, because this space is ruthless. Be very careful. Kraken keeps doing 100% longs and 100% shorts. Yeah, that's also what I think as well. I mean, right now, look, it's the last 5 minutes is going up again. 15 minutes. So it looks like now Kraken now is switching again. So it looks like now in the last 5, it's going from 100% short now going up to 100% long again. So I think it's a good sign as well. I'm very confident. The speculation is that the top 10 addresses, this one we don't know who it is. The speculation is that one's actually Kraken, and I would like to believe that as well. Casper is the chosen one. I completely agree. You can FUD Casper all you want, but we'll have to see. Kraken listing won't affect the price, not even with 1 cent, because if someone really wants to buy Casper, there are 23 exchanges available. That's incorrect. Michael Tyson, that is so incorrect. I'm sorry, but that is. You do realise right now there's a lack of adoption with Casper. You do realise right now that many people don't want to use Mexi because they don't trust it, or that they don't want to use Uphold or Pionex because they don't trust it. Many people are American, and in America you can only use Pionex US, Uphold, or a VPN. They don't want to use those alternatives. Kraken is a tier 1 trusted exchange. In a sense, a bit more trusted. It's a tier 1 exchange. And it's in the US. So with Kraken's listing, you'll see more people in the United States actually want to jump on Kraken and jump into Casper. So I disagree with that sentiment. We've seen what listings have done in the past. Bybit caused Casper to do that. I don't want listings to be the catalyst we need for Casper, but it is. That's the truth of the matter. Kraken listing will affect Casper's price. Because when Kraken announced their listing, we, the community already in Casper, will be like, oh, Casper's about to pump to the moon because of Kraken listing. Let's fill our bags more and pump the price up. And when Kraken lists it, we might say, okay, Kraken's now listed, FOMO's gone, sell the news, it'll come down a little bit. As we saw with Bybit again. Bybit pumped up here, came down again. That's what listings do. It will pump the price up completely. I'm sorry, Michael, but you need to research more into that because that is completely incorrect. Whoever's told you that is lying to you. Because it will pump the price up 100%. I have zero doubt in my mind it'll pump the price up. Because not for the new investors coming in. Of course, there will be new investors that come into the space as well from the Kraken listing, but because us investors who are already in the space will know what that announcement will be. The first tier 1 is a major milestone. We'll want the price to go up, so we'll pump it. We will pump it. I'm not saying it's going to go to the moon, but it will pump. Definitely. It will definitely pump more than a cent. More than a cent, definitely. We've seen this sort of announcement. Look what's happening right now. Like, look at here, for example. Happening on the 9th of September. That pumped from almost a cent there in 1 day. In just 1 day. And that was no listing behind that. So, again, you might just be fudding me for the sake of just having a laugh. And if you are, then shout out to you because you got me heated. You got me very heated because that is so incorrect. And I do advise you researching more into that because that is not true at all. The decrease wallet is 100% because we are minting the Casper bot. We use 10 bot addresses in the compound wallet into one. Keep that in mind. Okay, well, that's good to know again. Thanks, Ketching. Yeah, again, it's good to know. And that's also, what we need to understand. But these addresses are now dropping down following the Casper stuff. But again, the fact that we did reach a major milestone is still good to see. 500k wallet address is very, very big. And I'm sure we're going to see that sort of stuff happening very, very soon. I believe this will easily be at 1 million in this bull cycle. Easily. Still waiting for my pair pair of KS2 lights. Can't wait to get those back up and running. You'll be a millionaire, Jay Honey. I'm telling you now, 100%. Hello, future crypto millionaires. Hello to you too, Beef. Welcome back to the stream, my man. Trump 2024. Yes, hopefully he does win for crypto at least. By getting long, I'm referring to buying spot. Oh, by getting long, I'm referring to buying spot with no intention of holding the future. Not okay. Well, that is what I like to hear, Stephen King. I mean, if you want to leverage, that's fine. If you want to leverage, that's fine. But yeah, you got obviously long and short being leverage trading. DCA and DCA in a sense of buying long. I'm holding for a long period of time. I'm holding and buying spot and just going long term. I'm not leverage trading. People do leverage trade Casper, and that's that's fine. But I hold long term. Leverage trading, you can make some significant gains from it, especially if you put a multiplier on it. But I just hold Casper long term, and I think it's got a good potential to do some gains. I can, by doing spot, you're lessening the risk because leverage trading is more risky. By doing spot trading, it's less risky, and you can minimize your risks and gains, but minimize your risks. And a project like Casper, I think it's worth doing that because the gains, I think, are, okay, dare I say inevitable, but again, not financial advice. Does KRC-20 memes actually help Casper's price? If so, approximately when? They're kind of happening all the time. All the time, technically speaking, because KRC-20 memes, right now we are in meme season. So right now, if you go onto a website called DeFi Llama, which I'm going to bring up right here. DeFi Llama is it's a website that shows all the DeFi protocols in the space right now. You can see if you go onto chains, that right now, if you go to what am I looking at? Volume. Look at Solana right now. I'm not sure actually. Let me just see. Can you see that? Yes, you can. Yes. Look at the Solana volume right now, right here. 2.342 billion dollar 24-hour trading volume. That's been rising every day because of the meme tokens. So my point being is, with KRC-20 memes, it being meme season right now, that's going to help bring in more adoption to Casper. And look at the price of Solana. Solana's going up because of the memes. That's why Solana's doing so well, because of the meme tokens. So with KRC-20 tokens, that's going to help also inherently with the price of Casper going forward as well. It's happening a little bit right now. The adoption right now for these memes are still very, very early, but it's starting to gain some momentum. And with more central exchanges coming out, that'll get more adoption to the memes and therefore more adoption to Casper as well. Hopefully so approximately, when the listings come through, it could be anytime from the next few weeks to the next few months. It will be a continual, gradual thing, in my opinion. And yes, as Michael McKenzie says here, if you enjoy the stream, then leave a like. Quick to keeping us sane. So yeah, leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. So I tried to add a super chat, but it wouldn't let me. I mean, that's all good, my man. I appreciate the sentiment nonetheless. I appreciate the sentiment, but thank you either way. I don't know why I wouldn't let you. I'll try and see if I can sort that out for next stream. I really don't know why I wouldn't let you. I'll see if I can try to sort it out for next stream. But yeah, thank you very much either way. Like, it means a lot for the support I'm getting right now. Yeah, smash the like. Time isn't free. Exactly. Mexi withdrawal suspended. Very bad. Didn't manage to get my fund and mint KDAO. I'm sorry to hear that, my man. I really am sorry to hear that. Mexi being one of the big exchanges for Casper, has had a lot of issues with it recently. I'm not going to lie. It's been quite disheartening to hear how bad Mexi's been with Casper recently. It's not, been, very comforting. Anything on Koba? I've not heard anything personally about Kuba. Right down here. $291,000 market cap, 17,000 minutes, 24-hour trading volume, 561 holders, 3 days long. Is it on any exchanges right now? Just Casper bot. Yeah, it's early. It's early. Again, it's hard to say where these meme tokens are going to go. Go do your own research and see what you think about it. Maybe it does all right. Maybe it doesn't. It's not about listings. The narrative's not behind it right now. Right now, all the attention right now is behind these like top 5 or 6. Tangible integration. Oh yeah, also tangible integration is happening with these memes in September, in November next month, and that will also massively grow the adoption because it'll be proper security. Also, people right now, they're worried due to we want to have not your keys, our safety and our assets. So we want to make sure we have it safely kept on Tangent. So when that happens, you'll probably see people be like, oh yes, finally we've got some way to keep our tokens. Let's buy these and put it on our Tangent ASAP. So again, huge news. I've got a strat for leverage trading quicker to open position with 3x leverage on the non-top lot, and the price moves up, and then leverage and margin. It sounds fantastic, my man. I don't leverage trade, but it sounds like a solid idea. If I'm one day able to swap my Kevin trade to Casper, would be optimal. I'm sure there will be a time soon enough. Without bots, that is, yeah. I imagine that's not far off. Maybe with smart contracts coming through, they can do that. Pretty much all exchanges were in maintenance during KDAO mint. That is also a shame. But either way, that's a shame, but look at what KDAO's done. So, you know, for that, it's still very, very big. Any good upcoming memes to mint? I am not sure of the upcoming memes. If you want to know more, Nick, then definitely check out my free Discord server, which is on my YouTube homepage, in the description, and also in the chat right now, because in that server, we do have a KRC-20 meme section. Also in the community, people are talking about me. If you ask that question in the server, someone may give you an answer, because people out there are constantly looking at the new memes. They might give you an answer. Again, do your own research, be careful. You know, just because they're in my server doesn't mean they're necessarily trustworthy. Make sure you do your own research, but everyone's trying to make money right now. That's the point of it. So we are seeing, if you want to learn more, then check the server out, because I'm sure there'll be some people who have the early... For example, I know Casper Frog mentioned Cashjack before it got launched. You know, if right now it's down, but that seemingly has a good potential behind it. So, join late. How do you check analytics? It spiked. Yes, I saw this post here. This happened. This spiking happened here, following the KDAO minting. That's why it spiked so much, Tony. So yeah, you joined late, but don't worry. It's been a very, very. It's also, I mentioned in my stream already, very, very bullish. We're seeing it. The transaction spiked because of KDAO, the minting that caused an insane. And again, no 10 BPS yet. We saw, another, backlog of mempool size. It's still insane. You minted 200,000 KDAO. Well, big up to you, my man. Big up to you right now. Again, KDAO seems, with it being Chris Hutchinson as well, he is a global Casper ambassador of the UK. So he's my ambassador effectively for Casper. So he's someone to be trusted. So that is, again, I think KDAO should be someone that's quite well. I'd like to believe so. I choose to trust him because of who he is and his connection to Casper. But yeah, with that being said, I'll try and get that super chat thing sorted to you, to Dion. Apologize if I butchered your name. I don't know why it didn't work. Maybe YouTube's just bugging out right now. But either way, again, that is it for the stream. Thank you everyone for watching. Bigger stuff can come in for Casper, no doubt about it. Crypto is in a very, very strong position, I think. Near all-time high levels. Casper may be down, but it's definitely not out. The center behind it is still very, very bullish. The hash rate still very, very high, and there are higher highs coming, no doubt about it. So join the stream. As always, leave a like, share with your friends, subscribe for more. If you want to know about crypto and market, check out the free Discord server. And I'll be back same time tomorrow. As Bingo Bango mentioned, and now I'm choosing it and ripping it for my own copyright. Timing the market is better than trying to time the market. Do your research, learn, and don't try and time the bottom. Just try and understand where it's going to go in the future, effectively speaking. But yeah, catch you all tomorrow.